Hello everyone, my name is Jbandrew. Welcome to my snake guide. So a little bit about me before we begin. I'm a Brawl veteran, been playing Smash for about 10 years now. Snake main in Ultimate. So I have been playing this character for most of my time with the game. And I've been finding some pretty good success so far, even though it is early meta. Before I begin, disclaimer, this is tailored more to be a competitive guide, more for people who do want to enter tournaments and do well, or even those who want to, do better versus their friends and take the game a little bit more seriously. So it's going to be more tailored towards actual tournament play. There's going to be like kind of a mindset section in this guide too that is tailored to Snake's strengths. Alright, with that in mind, let's begin. First thing I want to go over when it comes to Snake is grenades. You're gonna have to get really comfortable with grenades if you want to play Snake, right? So some important things to know about grenade, right? Grenades active on frame 1, right? So as soon as I press the B button, the grenade is out immediately. Frame 1, boom, out, right? That's very important to know, and I'll actually go into that more in depth later, right? Grenade explosion time is about 1, 2, 3 seconds. I think the in-game information says that it's about 2.5 seconds. I think it's about 3, so 1, 2, 3. Yeah, something like that. I usually count it to be about 3. The game says 2.5. I mean, something like that, right? So about 3 seconds. So what makes grenades so useful for Snake? And man, it's everything. Grenades are everything. They have so many uses, right? You can use them to wall. You can use them to hide behind an approach, right? You can use them to trade, right? Like I said, they come out frame 1, right? So let's say that Cloud decides to hit me right here. I pull out the grenade. I'm forcing the trade no matter what, right? Just so important, right? And what you're gonna be doing with grenades, right? Your main game plan is to force an approach, force a reaction, and take up portions of the stage, right? You want to force an approach by throwing a grenade at your opponent or by setting up a wall, having the grenade cook, right? And it's 3-second timer, right? And then throwing it at your opponent. Very important things to know, right? And yeah, so that's what Snake excels at. He excels at forcing an approach, forcing an option, forcing a reaction, and cutting off portions of the stage. You want to cut off portions of the stage so that your opponent can feel uncomfortable. You'll end up cornering them. They'll make bad decisions, and then you just kill them with your crazy amount of kill moves that Snake has. So little quick overview before we go into Snake's neutral. One of the best things about Snake, he has so many kill moves, right? So I'm just gonna put Cloud at 100. It's not even that high of a percent, I guess. I mean, I guess it is kill percent for most characters in this game, but just so you know, so many of Snake's moves kill. Like, I think at 100%, probably back air at the ledge kills. No? Okay, well, it sends them pretty far, right? Probably about 105 to 110 up tilt will kill Cloud. At about 100, up tilt will probably kill most of the cast, actually. Yeah, so that almost killed at 105, and I actually have no rage. Nikita kills, it's insane, it's ridiculous, right? C4 kills. So Snake just has so many kill moves, right? Up smash can kill at the ledge, or just like that, as an anti-air when they're trying to get back onto the stage. Yeah, so Snake is one of the characters that thankfully is blessed with a lot of kill moves. Alright, so let's jump into neutral real quick. So like I said, grenades. And Snake's neutral is a little bit complicated because he doesn't have a one answer to everything. He doesn't have something that he does all the time. He's always doing different setups, and you're basically going to be using your grenades on reaction or on prediction to what you think your opponent's going to do, and you basically just have to react properly to the situation. But he is a trap character, right? Because he wants you to come to him, and that's a trap right there. because it's gonna blow up in 3 seconds. Trap, trap, trap. Right? So what you want to do with Snake is set up your grenades. So I'm gonna show you guys some setups that I like to use that have been pretty successful for me so far. So first and foremost, I see a lot of snakes do this, and I see them struggle because of it. And I want to cut that out immediately before we even get into setups, right? I see a lot of snakes do this. Pull a grenade facing the opponent. And then they're trapped, right? Why is pulling a grenade bad like this? The reason why it's bad is because the grenade drops behind Snake. If you notice, this is behind Snake. That's not pressuring Cloud at all. In fact, that's pressuring Snake because I have to move away from that space, right? Or I'm gonna get blown up. That's not offering me any protection from the front because my opponent is in front of me, right? So what you want to do is pull a grenade backwards. Now the grenade's in front of Snake. See that? That's much more effective because if Cloud decides he wants a dash attack, Cloud is either going to hit the grenade and activate it, or he's gonna pick it up, which is fine because Snake still has up smash and another grenade that he can pull, and he can still, you know, force a reaction off of the opponent picking it up because grenade is gonna explode in 3 seconds no matter who has it, right? So very important to remember. Okay, so setups that I like to use: backwards grenade, up smash. Look at that. That's a big wall. Explodes at the same time. Boom. Beautiful. You see that? That's literally a wall. Oh, sorry. Literally a wall in front of Snake. And that's a big wall, right? I like to use this one sometimes and hide behind it and see if I can counter an approach, especially from the air, with up tilt, right? So up tilt's very, very important with Snake, because it's definitely a move that you want to force your opponent to respect if they're going to come in at you from the air, because it has such a good anti-air hitbox. I mean, it's not the best anti-air in the game, but it has a really good horizontal distance, right? You can hit your opponent from pretty much all the way out here, I'm gonna say. Yeah, see? That was the weak hit. Strong hit kills. So it has deceptive range, and it's had really good range since Brawl. So you'll see a lot of snakes do this, where they'll pull a grenade, toss it up, hide behind it, and anti-air aerial approaches like this. But you have to mix that up because that can lose to characters who want to just dash past your grenade and grab you, right? So for characters who just want to be aggressive, I like to use this setup because it forces them to respect me. They can't just rush in at me because I have a grenade and an up smash covering me, and it explodes and covers this entire area. So, okay. So, another setup that I like to use is simply pull a grenade, toss it, and following it. I think this is really strong, especially if your opponent is about right here, about 3/4. We're pretty much where Cloud is right now, about 3/4 of the stage away, and you're at the other side. This is so good for approaching. I mean, it's basically a moving wall where you can cut off this entire portion of the stage from your opponent and just move in. You just move in. Think of it as Pikachu Thunder Jolt that doesn't activate until 3 seconds later, right? But by the time it actually gets to them, it's basically cooked. So it's godlike. I really, really like this. I think it's very, very useful. Let's see. Yeah, I think a combination of this with up smash, pulling grenades, and simply being ready to counterattack with up tilt, or pivot grabs, or just walking back and seeing what they do is good. You can also pull 2 of them, right? So what I also like to do is this. So this is actually one of Snake's best setups when you've already forced the opponent to respect you, right? When the opponent is second guessing themselves on whether or not they're gonna approach because you've been successfully countering them, this is so strong. And the reason why it's so strong is because you pull a grenade, right? So if they dash attack you, they pick it up or they explode. And then once you're here, at the position where you pull the second grenade, the first grenade is pretty much cooked. So it's at the perfect timing for you to dash up and throw it at your opponent, and it'll blow up, right? So this is especially effective versus characters who very much like to stay at this mid-long range, and even versus other zoners, you can just out-damage them. Oh wow, I messed that up. Oh my god, I can't do it. See that? Because they're just gonna get 2 grenades thrown at them, right? And grenades, they do, let's see. Yeah, that's about 12%, right? So you get 2 of those, that's about 24%. You eat 2 grenades, that's 24%. So that's one of the good things about Snakes, right? Because a lot of people say that he can struggle against zoners, but my thing is, I think that Snake can out-damage them if he gets the right reads and makes the right calls. But you do have to be correct, because if you're not, then your grenades are gonna miss, or they're not gonna be cooked, and you're just gonna get hit. So Snake's definitely a big brain character, but that's why we're here to learn. All right, so let's see. What else can I talk about? Oh man, let's talk about his other moves. I really just gone over Grenade and Up Smash. I've gone over Up Smash a little bit in the neutral. Up Smash is fantastic, and I don't want to understate that, okay? I think that Up Smash, it beats a lot of things, or it'll just, it'll trade with things, it'll beat things, and it's especially good at ledge trapping. Oh my god. This move, you can literally just sit here and spam Up Smash, and your opponent will have a tough time getting back on stage against this. I mean, you see I'm just spamming Up Smash, and I'm not even trying to. I literally just was spamming Up Smash. So imagine having setups where you combine Up Smash with Grenade toss up like this. Oh man, look at this wall. This looks terrifying for the opponent. Thank god I'm a Snake. I mean, look at this. Done! There's also setups where you can leave a C4 here and Up Smash, right? And then you can and if your opponent is hanging at the ledge, or if they're recovering, right? You can also 2-frame them with a C4 right here. So let's say that I see like an Inkling up being, or somebody with a slow up B like Olimar or something like that. I can just react to it and boom, 2-frame them, because C4 actually has a pretty good hitbox, especially at the ledge. Alright, so let's see, Nikita, another thing on ledge trapping, right? So one of the big buffs that Snake got in this game is his Nikita, and look how fast this thing is. It's so much faster than Brawl, so useful in this game, so deadly. Throw your opponent off stage, here we go, Nikita, and they're just dead. They're just dead. You just follow them. It's kind of ridiculous how good Nikita is in this game. Your opponent can throw out a hitbox and clank with Nikita, but if you just press R as soon as the hitbox hits your Nikita, you can reactivate it. I'm messing up here, but trust me, just hit them with the hitbox itself, and then once you see that it contacts their moves, that they've canceled it, then just press R and you'll reactivate the hitbox, and it won't even matter because you'll just hit them back out. Okay, so general strategies and ideas. So at first I kind of struggled with Snake because I kept trying to down throw, especially at lower percents, and trying to tech chase, because of the changes that Snake's received, where you cannot tech chase by, you know, pivot grabbing or re-grabbing. You cannot re-grab in this game through tech chasing. I think the stronger option, especially when your opponent is at mid percents, where you can actually just throw them off stage, just throw them off the level. I wouldn't even bother trying to check chase at mid percent. I would just throw them off the level and start ledge trapping, right? It's much stronger, and it puts them at a much worse position where they're gonna have to deal with grenades, up smash, C4, right? They're gonna have to deal with all this stuff off the level. Nikita, It's gonna be ridiculous. So, and Cloud successfully recovers against everything that I throw at him, but you know, whatever. You guys get the idea. So that's my general game plan. I do not really go for down throw tech chases until they're at about 100%. I don't have the exact numbers for this. If you want the exact numbers on the up tilt frame advantage, the down throw frame advantage that Snake has in this game, I would watch Gimmer's guide. And if you're a little confused about what I'm talking about, basically Snake's down throw has received a rework in this game where when you down throw, Snake is actually the amount of advantage that Snake has is actually dependent on the opponent's percentage, right? So he has more advantage the higher their percent. So once they start hitting about 100, then I do in fact start down throwing so I can get a tech chase. But until then, I just start throwing them off the level. Very, very, very important things to know, if you don't already, is that at 160, he does have a guaranteed kill confirm off of down throw, right? So think of it as a true combo. It's basically a true combo. If you look at the combo counter, oh, it doesn't even say it. It doesn't say that it's true, but trust me, the combo counter is lying. Down throw, up tilt. Because Snake has enough advantage to true combo it before the opponent can do anything. Okay. Let's see, so, combos, talking about combos. Let's talk a little bit about combos. So, at low percent, you know, the usual bread and butters for Snake are up tilt, and you can actually go for another up tilt if you think that they're gonna try to challenge with a move coming down after the first up throw up tilt. You can probably go for another one. Or you can chase them. A lot of people will try to, you know, dash away or jump away or whatever, and you can just chase them and dash attack your landings. Let's see, sometimes, especially like around maybe 10-ish, back throw to dash attack can work, right? But they can tech it, right? So it's not guaranteed. I like to use it around the lower percents because it's a little bit harder to tech because they're a little bit lower to the ground. But once they start hitting these mid percentages, I don't think it's worth going for. Like I said, at mid percentages, I'll just throw them off. That's my combo. Throw off the stage into ledge trapping. Throw off the stage into get bodied by Snake's ridiculous ledge trapping. So, alright. But Snake doesn't really have that many combos, honestly. You can get creative, especially at mid percentages. Let's see. You can get creative. Once you start getting comfortable with Snake's grenade game, you'll notice that your opponent will either, you know, blow you up, they'll blow themselves up, really, by hitting your shield once you have a grenade pulled. And once you know that it's going to blow up, you can just be ready for it, right? And then just be ready to combo a back air after. That's actually really, really consistent. Once they hit your shield, you just be ready to back air. You're just gonna jump out and back air like that. But that's pretty much it in terms of combos. You know, Snake's not really a combo heavy character. He's kind of more of a one-hit, two-hit type character where that do a lot of damage, and his neutral is so strong that if he had combos, he'd probably be kind of OP. Alright. Man. So, let's see. What else can we move into? So, some quote-unquote advanced techniques that I think are necessary if you're going to play Snake are wave bouncing. And, well, wave bouncing. Oh, I can't do it. Come on. Wave bouncing. Boom. Come on. Yeah, wave bouncing. And, B reversing. Right, so B reversing is simply pressing B, and then immediately pressing the opposite direction, right? Wave bouncing is a little bit harder. You're gonna be pressing it's gonna be the same as B reversing, except you're gonna be pressing. So if you're going left, you're gonna be pressing the opposite direction and then left again. So, man. It's hard. It's hard. It's one of the harder things to get down with Snake, but I do think that it's worth learning. especially if you're trying to get really good at the character. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all the stuff when it comes to his neutral game. The rest is understanding how, you know, his tools work, and combining everything, you know. Combining all of Snake's tools together, you know, you'll see all these projectiles and these explosions on screen. And it's really easy to kind of intimidate and overwhelm your opponent, especially if they've never really fought Snake before, because Snake is just kind of a monster when he gets going. The next thing I want to talk about is actually C4. I think C4 is actually one of the best killing options that Snake has. Like I said, you can use C4 to try to two-frame like that, or, you know, hit your opponent's recovery, because recoveries don't automatically snap in this game, so they'll usually hang around the ledge for a couple frames, and Snake can really take advantage of that with C4. You can also just use it on the stage like this, to cover general portion of the stage. A lot of characters or players will forget that it's there, and they'll just get hit by it, right? So get used to throwing out your C4s and planting them in places where you think, you know, your opponent will either, you'll catch him off guard, or if you just want to control a portion of the stage and force your opponent to respect it, then it's a good idea to throw out C4. I know a lot of Snake players like to get sneaky, and they like to put C4 like on harder to see areas where there's actual black on the floor already, so it kind of masks it a little bit. I know that some players like to counterpick to certain stages, like I think Unova and stuff like that, to actually mask C4 a little better. Just things to keep in mind. You can even sticky your opponent, right, by getting right next to them and pressing C4, and you can't actually see it on Cloud because, damn, that hides super well on Cloud. But you'll see that if I detonate, Cloud goes bye-bye, right? So sticking Cloud, super fun, or sticking anybody, super fun. You can do this, especially if you have stages with platforms. I didn't pick a platform to do this tutorial, but stages with platforms, really good. If your opponent's on a platform and they're shielding, just jump up there and stick them. Super fun to do. Also, back throw to C4 is a true combo. So look at the combo counter. Wow, what the heck happened there? Let's see. Wow, and that is juicy. Look at that, 100% death. I believe it works with forward throw too. No, it doesn't. Okay, so it's only back throw. Oh my god. So that's really strong, right? Because if you stick somebody, especially from a platform, you just need to grab. You need to grab, and it can be a pivot grab, anything. Oh my god, I need to stop them. And they're just dead. So that's really fun to do. Some moves that I think stand out from Snake. Obviously, I think up tilt's really good as an anti-air, general anti-air, and at killing. It's going to be one of your main methods of killing. Back air is really fantastic. You actually don't land with much lag. I mean, you do have some, but it's really not that much. If you back air out of shield as well, it's actually like super fast. Let's see. Like, right? So let's say you pull a grenade, just start back airing out of shield. It's actually surprisingly fast, right? And it's kind of unexpected. A lot of people get hit by this because they don't really expect Snake to throw out back airs in the neutral like that. But let's say that you're cutting your opponent's options off, and they keep wanting to take to the air, right? Just go out there and back air them, you know? It actually catches a lot of people, and then they're off stage, and throwing the Nikita at them, and they're just gone. Okay. Let's see. Down air. Oh man, down air. Down air is fantastic. I think down air does so much damage. Let's see. They're at 20% now. So down air does 20. Okay, so down air does 20% 20% and all hits connect, right? I think Downer is fantastic. I think it's a fantastic out of shield punish tool, right? So let's say that Cloud does like an unsafe up tilt or forward tilt on my shield right now. I wouldn't even think about it. I would immediately Downer him. And it's consistent enough because you can move Snake into the opponent, right? So just make sure you move into the opponent so it's consistent. Sometimes you might go past them, but if you're able to control Snake well enough, you can usually land all 4 hits, and that's a hefty 20%, right? Nair's okay. I think Nair is good for cutting off obvious approaches. Like if you're gonna hard call out somebody, you can Nair into them like that. And it can combo into itself sometimes, especially versus heavies, but I don't really go for it that much. What I do like to do actually is at 0, I can go for Nair into like down tilt. I don't know if it true combos. Actually, it did. Yeah, it did because Nair's 4 hits. So 4 hits into down tilt, so that's 5. Yeah. So it true combos. So Nair to down tilt true combos. You can also go for a mix-up and go for a grab, right? But this is all dependent on stages and percentages and characters and stuff like that. So when it comes to combos, I would just recommend you experiment and find out what you can on your own. All right. Let's see. I mean, I think I've pretty much covered everything. Lastly, I do want to talk about something very specific to Snake, and that is trying to take advantage of one of his natural advantages that he has due to his design, and that is properly playing to the lead and properly playing at kill percent as Snake. I think playing to the lead is so important. If you get a stock advantage as Snake, I think what will really separate Snake from the rest of the cast and what will make him stand out is his ability to trade. So if as a player you're not able to really bring that out in Snake, then maybe you won't do as well, in my opinion. But I think that Snakes should really look into trading when they have a stock lead versus the opponent, because it's free damage. It's free damage that you're getting by letting the opponent hit your shield and trying to catch your landings when you're in disadvantage and you pull a grenade and you trade. Sure, you're at 160 now and they're at 30 because they're on their second stock and you're on your, you're still on your your first stock. You haven't lost the stock yet, but guess what? That's free damage. That's free damage. You're getting further into the lead every time that you pull a grenade and trade with your opponent. So I really think that Snake should start to abuse that, especially when they have a stock lead. Also, just my opinion as a Snake player myself, he is my main character. I think that Snake is one of the best characters in the game when he's at kill percent. Not only because he has so many kill moves that kill you early in C4 and up tilt, and Nikita and all this stuff, but also Snake, you're gonna have to kill Snake eventually. A lot of characters are going to be playing against Snake very scared. They're going to be very cautious. They don't want to get hit by all the traps. They don't want to get hit by up tilt, all the big disjoints, all the kill moves, right? So they're going to be playing very cautious, and you're going to see a lot of players, take their time versus Snake. They might even try to time Snake out, or they'll just have some tactics that can be frustrating to deal with, right? As a Snake main, but I think that if Snake players remember that characters have to approach them to kill them eventually, the kills will naturally come to you, right? I mean, Snake does have that situation from down throw where at 100 he can just guess correctly on a tech chase and kill you at 100, right? So a lot of the time Snake will be netting his kills at kill percent, and that's normal. That's just normal as a Snake main, and you're gonna have to get used to it if you're gonna be playing this character, whether it's as a main or a secondary. Be very comfortable at killing your opponent when you are at kill percent yourself, right? Because Snake has ridiculous kill setups. Okay. Yeah. So last thing I want to go over before I head into my conclusion is disadvantage and recovery tips. So first, I want to talk about his recovery. So Snake's recovery is actually pretty damn good. I mean, if you see, I'm pretty much at the magnifying glass, right? And I go up, I recover. I don't even, and I don't even have to like up B immediately. I can delay my up B for quite a bit and still make it. I didn't make it that time, but look at this. Right? And it's because air dodging to the ledge is so strong with Snake. You can recover low, and Snake has armor, right, on his up B. So you can mix up your timings, right? Let's say I want to get to the ledge. I can go fast and up air dodge to the ledge, right? I can go low and air dodge to the ledge. Look at that. Did you see those magnet hands? I was like below the stage and I still made it. Magnet hands. See that? So I think Snake's air dodge to the ledge, I think it's one of the best air dodges to the ledge in the game. If I'm not mistaken, there's only 2 frames of vulnerability on it. So the opponent doesn't even have that many frames to punish you. So I think that recovering low with Snake, while yes, it is somewhat risky because you can get spiked and you can get hit by like an Ike forward air or something like that. If you recover at really good angles, similar to like a Firefox, like nothing is gonna really hit you from down here. What character can really go down here and spike you? None, because you're gonna air dodge to the ledge and grab it before a hitbox can actually hit you. So I really recommend Snake players to get more comfortable with recovering low. I found really good success with it, because I feel that a lot of Brawl players especially are so used to recovering high with Snake that they forget that this game introduces new options. So please explore low recovery, because I think that air dodging to the ledge is low-key underrated, and while it is not 100% safe, it's actually a really good option as Snake. Okay? So obviously then we can talk about recovering high. So let's say that you get hit away from the stage, which I don't have somebody here to help me out with that, but let's say you get hit away, you can recover high. And then you can start wave bouncing and B reversing grenades down onto the stage, and they have to deal with that, right? Your opponent has to deal with grenades coming down. What's Snake gonna do? Where's he gonna go? How is he gonna land? You know, is he gonna B reverse right when I think I have him? They have to deal with that. Your opponent has to deal with the fact that you have these options to change direction so suddenly. And it's not as easy as people make it out to be, you know? So don't let the rumors fool you. Snake does not suck. And while his disadvantage is bad, I do not think it's hard in the least. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. I'm about to head into my conclusion. As a disclaimer, I'm gonna say that while I have constructed this guide in like a very like systematic manner where I talk about these setups that Snake has and stuff, please understand that Snake is a pretty deep character. He's a pretty complex character to play at a top level. With a deep toolkit, and not everything in Smash is super cut and dry, right? There's going to be a lot of situations where you're going to have to get creative with your toolkit and find ways to surprise your opponent and keep them on your toes, especially when you have to make comebacks with this character, right? Because Snake is a zoner, he is more defense-oriented, more counter-oriented, right? So just keep in mind that you might have to get a little bit creative if you want to make comebacks with this character. But I definitely believe that Snake has all the tools necessary to honestly win any tournament. I honestly think that Snake is quite possibly top tier. You heard it here first. If you want to discuss that, don't at me. Don't find me on Twitter. I don't want to hear it. Okay, so in conclusion, I think that's pretty much it about Snake. So I'm going to tell you a quick summary. So Snake heavyweight zoning trap character, excellent at dealing damage, excellent at trading, forcing trades with your opponent, and man, really excellent at killing. Excellent. He uses his superior weight and defensive grenade play to bait the opponent into making a bad choice, bad move, and punishes with severe kill moves, severe damage, all while living to ridiculously high percents. So, you know, once you pick up this character, you're going to discover that Snake is really rewarding, you know, really deep, and really fun to play. Like I said, maybe a little bit more on the difficult side because he has so many tools that you have to learn how to use properly. And he's not as free flow and maybe easy as someone is, say, Ike or Crom is. Not to throw any shade at Ike or Crom mains. Shade. Yeah, he requires some work, but I think he's definitely a character worth looking into. I really hope that my Snake, you know, has helped you guys to pick up this character, and I really hope that you guys have a blast with Solid Snake. I really hope that you guys all enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end. I know that it was a pretty lengthy video. I just have a lot to talk about with this character. But if you like this video, please give this video a like and subscribe. There will be more content like this in the future, so yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'll see you later. Yeah. Oh no, it didn't kill. No! Later.